Yo. Test. Test. Y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Can I get a one in the chat? Mic check. Herb seasoning. Uncle's late because he spilled his Sprite and lemonade. No. Hey, today's Sunday, man. Today is Sunday. How's everybody doing? Happy Labor Day weekend. Sorry I was a little late. I was getting, I was getting the new setup. You know what I mean? I hope can y'all see me clear? Can y'all see me, or is it messed up? Oh, we good. We good. I'm looking at my phone right now. We good. It's that time. Bobby, thank you. Sorry, I keep messing up my mic. I know I hate to be screaming. Bobby, thank you for the $10 donation. I greatly appreciate it. Hold on, I got to get another screen up because I wanted to do something. Let's watch Dark Brandon's speech, man. Can we watch it together? Did y'all see it? Did y'all watch it? I didn't watch it. Oh, damn. I gotta find it again. I had to reboot my computer. I was all drawn speech. I gotta go to Normie Book because I don't know how YouTube's gonna play it. There we go. I'll just do this right here. But I don't want to start the show. I just want to get this ready. So pardon me. Here we go. We got it. All right. Oh, you see that? I got the camera right. I got a little green screen behind me. I just picked some random stuff, but I gotta get a better background. Anybody got a green screen background? Send it in. I got some globe stuff behind me. I ain't played the intro yet. Matter of fact, let's play it. Right, I'm not gonna start the spaces yet because I want to watch. Let's watch the Biden speech together on Normie Book. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Everybody had some good barbecue in the whole nine. Let's start it up.
I'm gonna go get me some freedom. Uncle Hotep factor. Mr. Sunday night.
I have no idea who this Uncle Hotep character is.
Realist though. I tell you that much right there. Kiss my ass. What the hell y'all talking about? Facts. Like Kofi's on tight. This is a sick Negro.
Max, it's me, Tobias.
No, I had to actually do some. I had to rearrange the room, or my desk in the room, and I ordered like this green screen from Amazon. I guess it's working all right. But yeah, I'm coming for. I told y'all I'm coming for HJ's neck, man. He always got this hanging over my head. I got the board. Oh, hold on. Listen to this.
I'm all up in white Twitter. That's why I like to be.
Hey, here's Hotep Jesus right now. Hold on. Hotep Jesus, I got a drop for you.
I'm all up in white Twitter. That's why I like to be. I'm all up in white Twitter. That's why I like to be.
The only thing is, like, I saved it as a wave, and somehow it changed the pitch on his voice. But we all know who said it.
I'm all up in white Twitter. That's why I like to be.
Anyway, shout out Hotep G's in house. Shout out J Poundline, DMV, Herb Season, what up? Tyler Bennett, what up? Kate Green, what up? Bobby, what up? NZ Pretty, what up? Yeah, HJ chopped and screwed. Now, this grifter got a green screen. Here we go. I told you I'm coming to drop 60 on you. I told you I'm coming to drop 60 on you. Yeah, I got a little green screen. I just quick grab a background. Somebody sent me a page for some good backgrounds. I don't know. I kind of want to get the image smaller. You know what I mean? So you can see the full image behind me. But I didn't have time to figure it out. So it's just the image is just playing behind me. Anyway, Biden's speech was, I think it was that night that we recorded on Thursday. If you haven't listened, go listen to Hoteps Been Told You last Thursday. Go tweet it and share it to your friends. But it's created a new grift. I don't want the big anime boobs bouncing, Herb, but thank you for your suggestion. But it's created a new grift. Now let's see. We got a couple people. Let's start off with Bryson. Let's start off with boy Bryson. He even rapped about it. He rapped about Biden's speech. Let's hear what Bryson Gray laid down.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people.
Gotta do
They
it.
refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Biden said we don't respect the Constitution.
Hold on, can we? He got it. He got an old MAGA. That MAGA had been through some wars. He got on. You see? Shout out to Bryson.
That's some crazy stuff. Next day he tweeted about banning guns. I can't make it up. He said he doesn't encourage violence. Is he fake or what? He said Antifa just an idea. Why he changed it up? Maxine told liberals to harass GOP at dinner. Biden said that we deny the election. We know the winner. But he said conservatives causing division. I paid it different because your whole speech was causing division. Do you remember? Ain't no Mike Jack. You said USA just an idea and I don't like that. Say you waging war against MAGA, but you ain't like that. And this song might go #1 just to spite that. Biden talking crazy again. Where your wife at? Battle for the soul of the nation and a battle for the soul of the nation. You say God bless America. I wonder if your God's Satan. I'm wondering if your God's
Jay, I think he won MAGA rap won as a war last time, I think. Mateo says it's about that conservative threat. I'm about good rap. I don't care what y'all say about Bryson, he can rap. He can. Let's get back to it.
Satan, cause I know that we at war in the battle for the soul of the nation, in the battle for the soul of the nation. You said God bless America. I wonder if your God's Satan. I'm wondering, is your God Satan? Oh, you say MAGA is a threat.
Joe Biden's unused sidekick kickstand, MAGA drill. That's yo, MAGA drill rap. I might have to grift that one.
You a big hater. That was the perfect speech I heard from a dictator. And you a globalist puppet. You such a slick traitor. Maybe the truth was something that you might admit later. Cause all the unity talk, I'm not hearing it. I heard the speech you called American experiment. You talk about the
Biden called Joe Biden said America's experiment. That sounded like a Hotep Jesus tweet take.
I'm all up in white Twitter. That's why I like to be.
I believe he said that in one of his books.
Found it all, but you ending it. Constitution was made for the moral, not the degenerate. How are we a threat to the country if we trying to conserve it? Who does a speech just a bad Trump? You kind of sound nervous, but I don't even blame you, because I blame all the churches. They're preaching a different gospel from the way that it's worded. In the battle for the soul of the nation, in the battle for the soul of the nation. You say, God bless America. I wonder if your God's Satan. I'm wondering if your God's Satan, because I know that we at war. In the battle for the soul of the nation, in the battle for the soul of the nation. You say, God bless America. I wonder if your God's Satan. I'm wondering, is your God Satan? I don't know. Yo, thank y'all so much for watching the Soul of the Nation video. I had to do a song responding to that Joe Biden speech. Because I thought that was the most divisive speech I've ever heard. Not only that, I feel like through music I had to also report the news and talk to y'all about it from a biblical perspective. But outside of that, switch to America.com, switch to America.com. You can get all of your household needs with organic products made in the USA. The company is Christian owned and conservative owned, so they're patriotic and they're trying to give you something better than what these big box companies are giving you. So God bless y'all. I'm out.
Bryson with the slick plug at the end. Shout out to Bryson. I thought it was dope. I gotta listen to an Apple. Go listen to Apple Music. I guess it's up on there. Yo, Mateo, man, when you get some eggs ready, I'm gonna come through and buy some eggs.
I have no idea who this Uncle Hotep character is.
Will Mateo sell me eggs? Chat. Will Mateo sell me eggs? But for real, if you got some chickens and you're making some eggs, let me know and I'm gonna come through and buy some eggs from you. Serious. Chat, I need to know where's create a poll. Will I got a poll up. Now, Mateo only lived he lived in the next town over. You know, it took me 10, 15 minutes to get to his town. Let me know. Chat, yes or no, all cap, or will he sell me some eggs? He said, we'll see. And especially get some brown eggs. I heard the brown eggs taste better than the white ones. And you usually don't you get the brown eggs if you do the people that have chickens and stuff? But let me know, Mateo, man. Don't be capping, man. I want some eggs, man. I want some real eggs. I did not cover Sam Hyde. We might talk about that this Thursday. But now, I want to go, before we play this speech, here's your boy. Here's your boy. What is his name? God damn, I forget his name. Roland Martin. Let's see what Roland Martin has to say about the speech.
Well, first of all, I have my red LED lighting since the Republicans are so, oh my God, upset because President Joe Biden, they claim, he looked like he was in Russia. Pastor Charles Jenkins has an intro to his song War, where he says, when the enemy is coming at you, you can't fall down, you can't break down. This means war. That is where we are. We are at war with these people.
This is a sick Negro.
See, every time when they want to get a message out, who they run out there. Roland said, "We're at war."
These folks are evil. They have allowed evil into their house with Donald Trump. He has now dominated the party. This evil is spreading. And when you are in a war footing, you have to respond accordingly. It's about time President Joe Biden decided to get tough. It's about time his advisors stop being weak and stop.
See, I think painting Joe Biden as tough is the wrong the wrong way because he's not a nice guy. You know what I mean? It's different when a nice guy gets tough because oh, you mean business now. Joe's a dirtball, man. He's always been a dirtball. He's been a bad dude his whole life. You know what I mean? He hasn't been a nice guy. He's been a racist dude from Delaware his whole career. No matter, we heard him. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. Talk about some nigga named Corn Pop. Like, like, you serious? Joe ain't shit. So it doesn't work. I just don't think Joe being tough guy Joe comes across well because he comes across as like legitimately evil, I think. Yeah, Chad said remember when he yelled at the Union cat in his face. Joe, when he gets tough, he comes across as a dickhead. And I think I said this in my earlier stream. Joe, they should play Joe as the nice old man. But every once in a while, evil Joe come through, man. You know what I mean? Put the white hood on Joe come through.
Being impotent and not fighting back. What these people want to do to this country is destroy democracy. They want to rig elections. And so it requires you to stand strong. You don't walk.
Hold on. I got to go back. Look at that ring. Look at that ring Roland got on. How much you think that sent him back? The one on his right hand. I mean, the screen left. That's a lot of gold in his hand, man. That's a lot of gold, Roland Martin's hand, man. Grifton must pay, man. Grifton must pay. I don't grift though. I don't know nothing about it.
Democracy, they want to rig elections, and so it requires you to stand strong. You don't walk comments back. You don't wilt under the pressure. Republicans and conservatives, they are weak. All they do is whine and complain. Oh my God, he called us semi-fascists. They have called Democrats Marxists. They have called them communists. They have called them socialists. They have called them pedophiles.
And no lie was told.
This is a sick Negro.
It's like, and what?
All of a sudden, now you get hit, and now you start whining. Well, guess what, Democrats? Guess what, Biden? Guess what, Jamie Harrison, Schumer, Pelosi, and everyone else? You keep hitting. You keep pounding, because this is about the future of our children. I've got 13 nieces and nephews, and I'll be damned if I'm going to leave a country for them run by these crazed, deranged folks.
He has 13. He don't got no children?
Who want to impart evil in every facet of our society.
Roland Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this speech, man.
My fellow Americans, please, if you have a seat, take it. I speak to you tonight from sacred ground in America, Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where America made its Declaration of Independence to the world more than 2 centuries ago with an idea unique among nations, that in America, We're all created equal. This is where the United States Constitution was written and debated. This is where we set in motion the most extraordinary experiment of self-government the world has ever known. With three simple words: we the people. We the people. These two documents and the ideas they embody, equality and democracy, are the rock upon which this nation is built. They're how we became the greatest nation on earth. They're why, for more than 2 centuries, America has been a beacon to the world. But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation about the threats we face, about the power we have in our own hands to meet these threats, and about the incredible future that lies in front of us if only we choose it. We must never forget, we the people are the true heirs of the American experiment that began more than 2 centuries ago.
Damn, he dropping knowledge. The American experiment. The American experiment. Let me find out HJ is in the Biden war room. Let me find out HJ is the Biden war room. HJ was like, listen, Joe, you got to give him a little bit of that real. You got to give him a little bit of that Mason talk. You got to give him a little bit of that Mason talk, Joe Beasy.
I'm all up in white Twitter. That's where I like to be.
Reaction PR, thank you for donation. Martin talking about war, but he won't be fighting. Right. That's what I'm like. That's crazy. Roland Martin talking about it's war. Like, that's crazy, man. What is he saying? You ain't doing a goddamn thing, man. You know what I mean?
We the people have burning inside of each of us the flame of liberty that was lit here at Independence Hall. The flame that lit our way through abolition, the Civil War, suffrage, the Great Depression, world wars, civil rights. That sacred flame still burns. Now in our time, as we build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just. That is the work of my presidency, a mission I believe in with my whole soul. But first, we must be honest with each other and with ourselves. Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Now, I want to be very clear up front. Not every Republican, not even the majority of Republicans are MAGA Republicans. Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans. But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things. But I'm an American president, not a president of red America or blue America, but of all America. And I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult, no matter how painful. And here, in my view, is what is true. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now,
God damn.
as I speak, in state after state,
Oh, here we go.
to give power to decide elections in America.
Almost had a boomer moment here. I'm sick of this MAGA Republicans, man, and like these threat of MAGA Republicans. Like, how dumb does this sound? You know what I mean? Like, it means make America great again, right? The make America great again Republicans. Like, that's supposed to be a bad thing? God, I can't take it. Yeah, and I was reading some people were saying that somebody said that after the fact they put on a pink filter. Yeah, this is straight from like one of the news things. Like I said, I didn't see it. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna take this one call, then I'm gonna take it. Hello, Uncle Hotep Factor. Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, hot take, man. Man, you know what? You and all was right, man. I'm sorry.
You and who was right?
You and all was right.
Okay.
You could tell they have to build off that QAnon little stuff right there by making a little documentary, like there was a dork in the basement or whatever. They killed that off. They covered that up. But that whole QAnon thing was right. You could tell what's going on because these people are so desperate. Look what's going on. It's obviously they're hiding something, and it has to do with that whole cabal thing that they always call it the conspiracy. That's all coming down. Like the fact that Hotep G did that last stream showing what happened as soon as Trump won. That was literally the mirror, like right there. Like the reason that they covering it up still is because they covering up something bigger. The fact that the Hunter Biden laptop was covered, that's when you can tell. Like this is why I think when I was kind of he always used to put, "You have more than you know," and as soon as that liberal media came out saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was like acknowledged or whatever, that was the beginning of the domino effect. That's why they looked at mad desperate.
Okay. Hey, man.
I had a rant, my bad.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Hey, man. Thanks for calling through, man.
Peace.
All right, peace. Damn, my bad that it was low. I wasn't going to take calls till afterwards because I was going to start with spaces up. But let me shut that off, and then I can. Did you know it was Beyonce's birthday today? Like, I gotta get a new OS or something like that because, like in Windows now, like it shows like it like shows you like I gotta shut off. I gotta mess with it, man. Anyway, let me start it up again.
To partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers to undermine democracy itself. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country. They look at the mob that stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th, brutally attacking law enforcement, not as insurrectionists who placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy, but they look at them as patriots. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 20.
Y'all hear that? F Joe Biden, FJB.
Transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. They tried everything last time to nullify the votes of 81 million people. This time, they're determined to succeed in thwarting the will of the people. That's why respected conservatives like Federal Circuit Court Judge Michael Ludwig has called Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, quote, a clear and present danger to our democracy. But while the threat to American democracy is real, I want to say as clearly as we can, we are not powerless in the face of these threats. We are not bystanders in this ongoing attack on democracy. There are far more Americans from every background and belief who reject the extreme MAGA ideology than those that accept it.
Extreme MAGA ideology. Yeah, he did, yo. Those respected Republicans, like, what kind of system do you have? Like, they're only respected if you can agree with them. So basically, he's saying, like, the only good Republicans are the ones that agree with what we say. Any Republican that doesn't agree with what we say is a quote unquote MAGA Republican, MAGA ideology. Yeah, what is the MAGA ideology? Make America Great Again ideology? Like what is this? You know? Like that's absurd, man. Yeah, Jay Pollan, you mean the rhino warmongers that set up the war? This guy's like, this is crazy. This speech is crazy. I don't know how bad like people were saying it was, but this is crazy.
Folks, it's within our power, it's in our hands, yours and mine, to stop the assault on American democracy. I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those moments that determine the shape of everything that's to come after. And now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build a future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies. But together we can choose a different path. We can choose a better path forward to the future. A future of possibility, a future to build and dream and hope. And we're on that path moving ahead. I know this nation. I know you, the American people. I know your courage. I know your hearts. And I know our history. This is a nation that honors our Constitution. We do not reject it. This is a nation that believes in the rule of law. We do not repudiate it. This is a nation that respects free and fair elections. We honor the will of the people. We do not deny it. And this is a nation that rejects violence as a political tool.
This is a nation that rejects violence as a political tool.
This is a sick Negro.
Did he really say that, man? With a straight face? This is a nation that rejects violence as a political tool. This is the same nation that JFK was rolling in a drop top and got his top dropped. JFK, this is the same nation that JFK was rolling in the drop top and got his top dropped. Bars. I need to get on Bryson album, man. I need to lay some tracks, man. I need to get back in the booth. Small City Hustlers.
I have no idea who this Uncle Hotep character is.
Chad says violence is the whole base of this nation, for the nation now. Like, he's correct. Like, literally 1776. Violence was used as a political tool. Literally, the Civil War. Violence was used as a political tool. What is Joe saying? He don't even know his country's history.
I have no idea who this Uncle Hotep character is.
But this Uncle Hotep character knows what it is. I'm dropping 50 on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen.
We do not encourage violence. We are still an America that believes in honesty and decency and respect for others. Patriotism, liberty, justice for all, hope, possibilities. We are still, at our core, a democracy. And yet, history tells us that blind loyalty to a single leader and a willingness to engage in political violence is fatal to democracy. For a long time, we've told ourselves that American democracy is guaranteed, but it's not. We have to defend it, protect it, stand up for it, each and every one of us. That's why tonight I'm asking our nation to come together, unite behind the single purpose of defending our democracy regardless of your ideology.
What? Hold on.
We're all come together, unite ourselves as a single leader, and a willingness to engage in political violence is fatal to democracy. For a long time, we've told ourselves that American democracy is guaranteed, but it's not. We have to defend it, protect it, stand up for it, each and every one of us. That's why tonight I'm asking our nation to come together, unite behind the single purpose of defending our democracy regardless of your ideology.
That doesn't make sense, though, because, like, the MAGA ideology, like, they think they're defending our democracy, whatever. Like, what is he saying?
We're all called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans. We must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy. We, the people, will not let anyone or anything tear us apart. Today, there are dangers around us we cannot allow to prevail. We here, you've heard it, more and more talk about violence as an acceptable political tool in this country. It's not. It can never be an acceptable tool. So I want to say this plain and simple. There is no place for political violence in America, period. None, ever. We saw law enforcement brutally attacked on January 6th. We've seen election officials, poll workers, many of them volunteers of both parties, subject to intimidation and death threats. And can you believe it? FBI agents, just doing their job as directed, facing threats to their own lives from their own fellow citizens. On top of that, there are public figures today, yesterday, and the day before predicting and all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets. This is inflammatory. It's dangerous. It's against the rule of law. And we, the people, must say, this is not who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't be pro-insurrectionist and pro-American. They're incompatible. We can't allow violence to be normalized in this country. It's wrong. We each have to reject political violence with all the moral clarity and conviction this nation can muster. Now, we can't let the integrity of our elections be undermined, for that is a path to chaos. Look, I know politics can be fierce and mean and nasty in America. I get it. I believe in the give and take of politics, in disagreement and debate and dissent. We're a big, complicated country. But democracy endures only if we, the people, respect the guardrails of the republic. Only if we, the people, accept the results of free and fair elections. Only if we, the people, see politics not as total war, but mediation of our differences. Democracy cannot survive when one side believes there are only two outcomes to an election. Either they win or they were cheated. And that's where the MAGA Republicans are today. They don't understand what every patriotic American knows. You can't love your country only when you win. It's fundamental. American democracy only works only if we choose to respect the rule of law and the institutions that were set up in this chamber behind me. Only if we respect our legitimate political differences. I will not stand by and watch. I will not, the will of the American people, be overturned by wild conspiracy theories and baseless evidence-free claims of fraud. I will not stand by and watch elections in this country stolen by people who simply refuse to accept that they lost.
They got a lot of nerve, man, talking about stolen stuff. They got a lot of nerve, man.
I will not stand by and watch the most fundamental freedom in this country, the freedom to vote, and have your vote counted and be taken from you and the American people. Look, as your president, I will defend our democracy with every fiber of my being, and I'm asking every American to join me. Throughout our history, America has often made the greatest progress coming out of some of our darkest moments, like you're hearing that bullhorn. I believe we can and must do that again, and we are. MAGA Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair. They spread fear and lies. Lies told for profit and power. But I see a different America. An America with an unlimited future. An America that's about to take off. I hope you see it as well. Just look around. I believe we could lift America from the depths of COVID. So we passed the largest economic recovery package since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And today, America's economy is faster, stronger than any other advanced nation in the world. We have more to go.
He's just talking crazy.
I believe we could build a better America. So we passed the biggest infrastructure investment since President Dwight D. Eisenhower. And we've now embarked on a decade of rebuilding the nation's roads, bridges, highways, ports, water systems, high-speed internet, railroads. I believe we could make America safer, So we passed the most significant gun safety law since President Clinton. I believe we could go from being the highest cost of prescriptions in the world to making prescription drugs and health care more affordable. So we passed the most significant health care reform since President Obama signed the Affordable Care Act.
Oh man, come on. And that did what? That just, he signed the Affordable Care Act. That part of how do you think we got these high prescriptions? Like, God damn, come on. This guy, man. This guy's a piece of work.
And I believe we could create a clean energy future and save the planet. So we passed the most important climate initiative ever, ever, ever. The cynics and the critics tell us nothing can get done, but they're wrong. There is not a single thing America cannot do, not a single thing beyond our capacity if we do it together. It's never easy, but we're proving that America, no matter how long the road, progress does come. Look, I know the last few years have been tough, but today, COVID no longer controls our lives. More Americans are working than ever. Businesses are growing. Our schools are open. Millions of Americans have been lifted out of poverty. Millions of veterans once exposed to toxic burn pits will now get what they deserve for their families and their compensation. American manufacturers come alive across the heartland, and the future will be made in America. No matter what the white supremacists and the extremists say, I made a bet on you, the American people.
First mention of white supremacists. I'm surprised it took this long.
And that bet is paying off, proving that from darkness, the darkness of Charlottesville, of COVID, of gun violence, of insurrection, we can see the light. Light is now visible. Light that will guide us forward, not only in words, but in actions. Actions for you, for your children, for your grandchildren, for America. Even in this moment, with all the challenges we face, I give you my word as a Biden, I've never been more optimistic about America's future. Not because of me, but because of who you are. We're going to end cancer as we know it. Mark my words. We're going to create millions of new jobs in a clean energy economy. We're going to think big. We're going to make the 21st century another American century because the world needs us to. That's where we need to focus our energy. Not in the past, not on divisive culture wars, not on the politics of grievance, but on a future we can build together. The MAGA Republicans believe that.
Oh my gosh. Yo, if you played the MAGA Republican game, drink, you'd be dead by now. Lord have mercy.
Everyone else has to fail. They believe America, not like I believe about America. I believe America is big enough for all of us to succeed. And that is the nation we're building, a nation where no one is left behind.
Yeah, that end cancer thing is pretty wild to just throw out there. You know, they probably got something hooked up with Pharma or something like that. Yeah, we end cancer. We gotta give you this shot every 6 to 12 months of your life. Nobody gonna get no cancer anymore. Your heart might bust open, but you ain't gonna get no cancer. I don't know, man. Like, that's Big Pharma talking, you know, Big Pharma, they said, hey, Joe, man, we're getting close. You know what I mean? So, put the word out. We got a new pack coming up.
I ran for president because I believe we're in a battle for the soul of this nation. I still believe that to be true. I believe the soul is the breath, the life, and the essence of who we are. The soul is what makes us, us. The soul of America is defined by the sacred proposition that all are created equal in the image of God, that all are entitled to be treated with decency, dignity, and respect, that all deserve justice and a shot at lives of prosperity and consequence, and that democracy must be defended, for democracy makes all these things possible. Folks, and it's up to us. Democracy begins and will be preserved in we, the people's habits of the heart, in our character, optimism that is tested yet endures, courage that digs deep when we need it, empathy that fuels democracy, the willingness to see each other not as enemies but as fellow Americans. Look, our democracy isn't perfect. It always has been. Notwithstanding those folks you hear on the other side there, they're entitled to be outrageous. This is a democracy. But history and common sense good manners is nothing they've ever suffered from. But history and common sense tell us that opportunity, liberty, and justice for all are most likely to come to pass in a democracy. We have never fully realized the aspirations of our founding, but every generation has opened those doors a little bit wider to include more people who have been excluded before. My fellow Americans, America is an idea, the most powerful idea in the history of the world, and it beats in the hearts of the people of this country. It beats in all our hearts. It unites America. It is the American creed, the idea that America guarantees that everyone be treated with dignity. It gives hate no safe harbor. It installs in everyone the belief that no matter where you start in life, there's nothing you can't achieve. That's who we are. That's what we stand for. That's what we believe. And that's precisely what we're doing. Opening doors, creating possibilities, focusing on the future. And we're only just beginning.
Even if I was being, just being partial, this is like, do you think this, if you're just being partial, do you think this is motivating people and stuff like that? Like, this give me angry old man vibes, man. Like, this is crazy. This is so bad,
Task is to make our nation free and fair, just and strong, noble and whole. And this...
Shout out to the guy that said F Joe Biden, man. He was going strong, boy. I'm telling you, MAGA is pretty strong in Pennsylvania, man. Like, in the Philadelphia area, nah. But, there's going to be certain sections that are. But outside, you get outside Philadelphia, man. It depends what town you're in. There's some of these little liberal towns, you know what I mean? But the further west you go, the more MAGA you get. I swear to God. You white folks, man, they dead ass. They dead ass MAGA out here. You go Lancaster County, outside of Philadelphia, Chester County, it's MAGA country, boy.
Work is the work of democracy. The work of this generation. It is the work of our time, for all time. We can't afford to leave anyone on the sidelines. We need everyone to do their part. So speak up, speak out, get engaged, vote, vote, vote. And if we do our duty in 2022 and beyond, then ages still to come will say, we, all of us here, we kept the faith. We preserved democracy. We heeded our worst. We heeded not our worst instincts, but our better angels. We proved that for all its imperfections, America is still the beacon to the world an ideal to be realized, a promise to be kept. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred, nothing more American. That's our soul. That's who we truly are. And that's who we must always be. I have no doubt, none, that this is who we will be, and that we'll come together as a nation that will secure our democracy, that for the next 200 years, we'll have what we had the past 200 years, the greatest nation on the face of the earth. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America, the United States of America. And may God protect our nation, and may God protect all those who stand watch over our democracy. God bless you all. Democracy. Thank you.
Yeah, if you played the drinking game MAGA and democracy, you'd be dead by now. That's all he said. MAGA Republicans and democracy. Come on, man. What a joke. Skype is up if you want to make some call-ins.
Well, first of all,
yo, Pat Stay died, man.
I have my red LED lighting since the...
Stop it. I guess there's been a stabbing in Canada. I don't know if some of y'all watch battle rap. I will occasionally watch it. There was this white rapper from Canada, and Pat Stay. He was a victim. He got stabbed, man. Like there was a big stabbing, man. Stabbing. He was big time. Ten people dead, 15 hospitalized after stabbing. Suspects still at large. These are the two people, Damian Sanderson and Miles Sanderson.
We continue our extensive coverage of one of the worst mass killings in recent years in this country. RCMP in Saskatchewan say at least 10 people have died and more than 15 have gone to hospital following stabbings in multiple locations on the James Smith Cree Nation and in the village of Weldon, northeast of Saskatoon. They say some of the victims were targeted, others were randomly attacked. They also admit there may be other victims, and right now they don't know where the suspects may be, possibly in other prairie provinces, Manitoba and Alberta. Both are men, and they are considered armed and dangerous. And here is what Saskatchewan RCMP Assistant Commissioner Rhonda Blackmore had to say last hour.
Currently, we are actively looking for the two suspects, helping the victims and investigating the many crime scenes. We're dedicating a maximum number of resources to this investigation, and thank our many provincial and interprovincial policing partners who are providing additional support. Let me be clear, we are still looking for the two suspects. We are asking residents across Saskatchewan and our neighboring provinces to be vigilant. At this stage in our investigation, we believe some of the victims have been targeted by the suspect and others have been attacked randomly.
Uncle Hotep Factor, you're live.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on? You sound kind of muffled, bro.
How good?
Yeah. Can you turn the volume of the show down?
Do I got the show playing?
Yeah, you're fine now, I think. I just heard a little echo.
Okay. I just wanted to hit the high point from that Biden speech, man, because he's like, you can't be pro-insurrection or pro-America. Like, obviously, the founders literally insurrected the British government to make the country in the first place. Like, being pro-America is explicitly pro-insurrection. But,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. Talk about dark conspiracy theories, man. Talk about It's like, what's the conspiracy theory? What they said the conspiracy theory was just a little bit ago was saying that, hospitals being funded by the government, they're like saying, oh, they're not performing, they're not cutting the bits off the kids or nothing. Except that that's true. I mean, they don't care about dark conspiracy theories then, but they do now. I don't know why. Talks about the light that will guide us all forward. But man, that light's probably a goddamn mushroom cloud on the way they're going to start World War III out here.
Yeah.
And then the real thing I was wanting to talk about was like the curing cancer thing, because I think that's actually a big deal with if you look at like a lot of old research when they talked about mRNA, the way you can identify cancer cells and stuff like that using that technology. Like they ran that big trial with the jabs and stuff like that with the mRNA, to get it experimented out there and see how it reacts and this and this. Like, yeah, it's not too long for them to work it out and try to figure out some preliminary cancer cures and stuff with it, So, whatever, man. But no, I think the whole point of the speech was just because like MAGA and all those people, they have energy.
Yeah.
Right. They have momentum. They care. They're out there. They're doing it, And it's like, because they're used to conservative speed with tax rates, and talking about, my deregulation. Right. It's not people who are out there caring about social society and what their kids grow up in, this and that. But anyway, thanks for playing that. I hadn't watched a speech either. I've been pretty busy this week, so I kind of caught you all by. I figured, oh hell yeah, I'll check it out. So anyway, have a good one.
All right, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad to play this speech. I mean, some people didn't watch it and stuff like that, But like he said, some people hadn't watched it, and the mRNA thing. That probably they might have gained some data, and I think they said they gained some data, and they can use some of this technology for cancer research and stuff like that. But hold on. Let me read the super chats. Jabari Judah, but Biden's speech had that Dolph look in it. Shiva, Biden declared war on political slogans, a clown world director's cut. That's right, man. He declared war on political slogan. I've stolen like 10 things from y'all tonight, so don't worry about it. If you follow me on Twitter and you see something you said on here, don't worry, I took it. But thank you anyway. Jabari Drew, what does this have to do with brown water in Jackson, Mississippi, Jim Crow Joe, boiling water in USA, but they party in Ukraine? Brody, what up, Brody? MAGA for life. Papo, Naya Shelley, 14 months. Thank you for being a member for 14 months. I greatly appreciate it. Joe Biden is Captain America. Hold on, I got y'all give me so much stuff. I think I took that one already, though. I took that one already. Yeah, I believe I took that. Yeah, I took that one already. But I got to take this other one. Biden declaring war on a political slogan, which that's pretty much what he did. Tyler says he's prepped for like a Mormon with 5 wives and a secret herb habit. Shout out to Tyler. Reaction PR, Biden learned white supremacy from his friend Bird, KKK. But what these people out here stabbing people to death, and they went to different locations, stabbed people?
The 2 suspects are Damian Sanderson and Miles Sanderson. Damian Sanderson is described as a 31-year-old male, 5'7", 155 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Miles Sanderson is a 30-year-old male, 6'1", 240 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Their pictures are available on social media channels and websites. If Damian and Miles are listening or receive this information, I would ask that they turn themselves into police immediately. They are considered armed and dangerous.
Now, y'all listen to this. I know this is Canada. Does that sound convincing? Damien in Miles, if you're listening, I urge you to turn yourself in. Is Trudeau going to ban knives? Sickness, boy. It's a real sickness. That's sick. Oh, this is what. Now, we heard Roland Martin. This is the tweet I was telling you about. She deleted. Biden's Philadelphia speech met the moment. Mass arrest should come next. Now, I think she's talking about, Trump and the gang. But she could be talking about just MAGA people in general, man. You know what I mean? That's probably why she deleted it. She might be telling it, lock everybody with a red hat up. Herb season and shout out to the Pog Patrol. Get Pogs and Bill. Shout out to Herb. I don't know, man. It's so tiresome, man. It's so tiresome. What is it, trending Nazis? What is it trending about? Oh, Patriot Front was out here marching again. There they go. Okay. Reaction PR, what's good, man?
Roland Martin ain't grabbing no damn rifle.
No, you don't think Roland will grab the sticks, man?
Well, Roland probably grabbed a couple of Twinkies, but I don't know about no rifle. No, all these cats out there talking all this smack about Civil War, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna round up these people. It's like people are just gonna go willingly into the boxcars. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
And none of the people that are out there getting people all riled up, if God forbid something happens, are going to go out on the streets and fight. None of their kids are gonna do that. They're just gonna go up into their doomsday bunkers with their private security in their armored vehicles with V8 engines. That's what they're going to do. And they're just going to ride it out.
Yeah. Like, none of these people that are calling for mass arrest and all this, they're not going to do nothing. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not doing nothing.
And then it's the same people that are calling for all this stuff are the same people that have never actually encountered violence,
right?
Which is very different from crime and from rioting.
Yeah,
America hasn't had violence in a long time. So when people ask, "What is violence?" You got 810s dropping J-dams, tanks rolling through the streets, the military blowing up buildings, people walking around with arms, legs missing, kids don't know what. Yeah, that's violence.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You remember the movie The Siege?
Yeah.
What did Bruce Willis tell all the politicians? I implore you, do not take this action. He told them flat out. Yeah. And he did it anyway. And when he started doing what he told them he was going to do, they were like, whoa, what's going on? It's like, hey, you let the dogs of war go.
Yeah.
Can't call him back now.
You're right about that. There really hasn't been, real political violence, since, I would say, the Vietnam War. There's some people got killed. There was bombings. National Guard let loose. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So still, same thing. People got killed, but, violence, the United States Army on the streets like during Iraq and Afghanistan. Right, okay, yeah.
810s, JDAMs, B-52s. That's violence.
Yeah.
Having
No, I was just gonna say. I think
that's it. But other than that,
so many Americans have never.
Out in the cities and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like so many Americans never have it's a blessing. Never have witnessed any of that. So I think we're kind of detached from the political. Like we don't know what we're doing when when our when we do we have Afghanistan, Iraq, and stuff like that. We don't really know what this really means, because we never really witnessed it. Like in Europe and now in Ukraine and stuff like that, we never witnessed that. I hope we don't, but I mean, it's just I think we're just detached from reality in some things.
Yeah, we forget that we are a young country. We are 200 years and some change. We are teenagers.
Yeah, compared to the rest
all
of the
these
world.
countries in Europe, China, Russia, Germany, all those countries, they're like 85 years old compared to us.
Yeah.
They've been through everything. They've been through the 100-year war, campaigns, everybody conquering each other. Yeah, over here, we're just like, hey, we just still figuring out how to drive.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. And then to let you go with that Biden speech. So he said, MAGA forces. These are in military terms, like an insurgency.
Yeah.
So what do you do with an insurgency? You track the movement, you surveil them, you establish their patterns, and then you go, quote unquote, secure the assets. Or when he says that, he also said MAGA Republicans are clear and present danger. That's not just like movie or slogan, whatever. Clear and present danger, those are words of action. That means that supplies and assets have been deployed.
Right.
It might be kinetic action. There's stuff that's going on. It's just you don't say that stuff just to say it when you're president of the United States and you're sitting on the couch and go, it's just a clear impression of danger. Because if you had some, let's say, Russians in Mexico, and you get your intel and you go to the American people and you tell them, yeah, we have identified some Russian forces that represent a clear and present danger across the Mexican border. So what are you going to do with those forces? You're going to leave them there? So we're using, not we. So there's a lot of language that's being used that it's very problematic. It's ratcheting up the rhetoric. The guy that campaigned on lowering the temperature is just getting a blowtorch through the fucking country.
Facts.
So somebody needs to tell Joe, whether it's Kamala, whoever's giving him his medicine, or whoever the handler. Hey, Joe, listen, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't on the speech, and he just adding stuff there, but everyone needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep this up. And if you notice, the next day, when I think it was Peter Doocy asked them, hey, so you're saying the Republicans are, the enemies of the Republic and the enemies of democracy? He just laughed it up and said, I didn't say that. I don't know if he forgot, but he's like, I didn't say that. If you look for that stuff on Twitter, they were asking him about it, and it's like, I didn't say that. That's what you guys are making it out to be, but that's not what I said. Republicans and people that voted for he said people that voted for Trump. Yeah, they're not the enemy of the country. I don't know where you guys came up with that stuff. Yeah, he flat out said that shit. And there is a disconnect between that and what they keep posting on his Twitter. In Twitter, they keep ratcheting up the temperature. On the what? I do understand there's two different demographics and two different platforms between legacy media and Twitter. But on one channel or on one media, they're ratcheting up the temperature. On the other one, they're like, "Oh yeah, there's nothing. It's just that's what you guys heard." I didn't say that.
Yeah, he right. On his Twitter is one thing. What he's saying is another. You know, it's. I don't know. I hope bad times don't be coming, man. But because people ain't ready.
I don't think they will. I don't think that they'll go with an indictment, because that would be too much. There's two things that can happen. Well, like they said, it's the same plan. Gonna wait till the midterms and see what happens in the House. The House goes one way, they take one action. The House goes the other way, they take a different action. And depending on what happens, then hey, we're just gonna stretch this out, just like the Russian collusion, all the way to the election.
Yeah. And
then if Trump wins, then they're like, well, he's the president now. He won. We can't prosecute a sitting president, so we're just going to use this. And now that Mr. President, everything that you say doesn't matter because we know you got this on you. And it's a replay. Unless Trump slows down, plays off of Biden, and says that, and then Trump becomes the uniter.
Right.
And tones it down. And he's like, hey, I love my Democrats. I love the Democrats.
Right.
I don't like their politicians. But the people, I'm cool with. He can play it that way. Hopefully he does. I'm going to let you go. I got to go walk the dog.
All right, man. Take it easy. I appreciate the call.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Reaction PR, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good call. Let me play the rest of this video. They're not even in sync. No type of rhythm. Because everybody knows march. You've been in the military, you got to march. Like, you're supposed to look, you know what I mean? Left, right, left, right, left. Come on, man. They're not even in step. Sloppy looking. A bunch of feds, man. Lord have mercy. Just sloppy, man. I don't know what that, they said it was downtown Indianapolis. Chad wanted me to show y'all these photos. Like, and I don't know what the bottom photo is. Somebody tell me what the bottom photo is from. I don't know where it's from. Is it a movie or something? Or is this yeah, this is a movie. Isn't this I don't know what movie this is. Somebody tell me what movie this is. Anybody know what the movie is? Because I think the guy's an actor, ain't he? I think I've seen him in a different role. Man, rest in peace them guys in Canada got stabbed. Why is FBA's trending? I'm not even gonna bring it up. I might bring some of the stuff up on Thursday. I actually gotta go walk the dog myself. With Treadstone, it's a Treadstone front. Shout out Kamar Daniels, Kangaroo Court. These are Uncle Neighbor. V for, it is from V for Vendetta. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Big Papa says, sorry for tuning in late. I was having some fun with some malls with a sunset view. Shout out for Big Poppy enjoying himself this holiday weekend. I don't think I have anything else. 1 hour and 21 minutes tonight. Good show. Thanks everybody that donated. I'm not going to play that. What? You can't even scroll to Twitter, man. Like, this happened in New York today, I think. Or yesterday. Oh, he robbed him. That was a robbery. That wasn't the goddamn... Because he gets out the car. He didn't have no bag with him. This wasn't road rage. This is a robbery. Look, he gets out the car. Right? He doesn't have a bag with him. Right? He banging on the window, right? I don't know if he has a gun. The guy's saying it, but I mean, I saw something in his hand. But look, he grabs a bag and rolls. That was a drug deal gone bad or something like that. Yeah, there was something in that bag. Oh, is that the... It was over 20,000? Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't a road rage, man. That was money beef, man. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thanks everybody came through tonight. Good show tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the new setup. I was looking on my phone. It looks a lot better. You know, the green screen and stuff like that. I hope everything. You know, I think we're going little steps, but I think you know, this will improve a Thursday show and our Patreon show. You know, so I'm still a work in progress on this. I need somebody find some better backgrounds, and I'm gonna play with it to get a better background behind me for the green screen. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Animag, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.